So I wanted to talk about Nicki Minaj. Nicki is not on that song. Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion's new song. Which, side note, I'm usually not. I don't want to say I'm not a Nicki fan. Am I a Nicki fan? I mean, she has good songs, but I wouldn't consider myself to be a Nicki Minaj fan. But I feel like she would have ate that track. Okay, it's something about her flow. I will give her that. Like her flow on over that beat would have been a problem. But anyway, that is not the point of this video. The point of this video is to just kind of talk about some of the memes and statuses and just opinions that I've been seeing in regards to WAP, the Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. Damn it, the Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion song. Okay, let me start off by saying I absolutely love the song, but I guess that doesn't come as much of a surprise because I tend to like ratchet music. I tend to like trap music. I mean, of course, I love my 90s R&B, but your girl loves the hood stuff, okay? And so, I ain't gonna lie. When I heard, when the song came on, I was in love with it. There's some hoes. I was like, okay, love it already. So yeah, I love the song. I listen to it all the time, like literally every day, multiple times a day. And I found it to be kind of empowering, like to have two women that are talking about stuff that, a lot of us can relate to. It's relatable. Everybody, has their thoughts in regards to those things. And kind of like what I was talking about in my last video, it's kind of taboo to talk about. So to see two women that are very vocal about the subject of sex, I think it's dope. I don't take offense to it at all. And I'm not saying that people shouldn't, but I do believe that the commentary in regards to the song being an issue because that's the music that is raising our young girls, that's where I find an issue. That's where the issue lies for me. And the reason behind that is, hold on, let me spit out my gum, because if I don't, hold on, y'all. If I don't spit out this gum, you're gonna get some smacking and whatnot. I'm not trying to do that. But the reason I find an issue with that is because I don't know at what point we put so much emphasis and so much responsibility on entertainers to raise our children. Now, when I was younger, my mama didn't play that. Like, she was very, both of my parents, they were very on top of things as far as monitoring what I had access to, as far as what I watched, what I listened to. They weren't always successful, but I would sneak and watch BT Uncut and BT when I wasn't supposed to, and all of that good stuff. But at the core of all of it, I knew right from wrong. I knew what I could get away with. I knew what I better not try in front of my parents. Like, I was very aware of that because those were things, morals and principles that they implemented into me within the home. And so the idea of the song being an issue from that vantage point, meaning that young girls that watch this video or hear this music would then take on those same beliefs, I truly believe that, that's an issue. Like, it's an adult song. It's not supposed to be a song that is, constant, like, heard by young girls. And so we've come to a point in the world where we don't have that control over our children. I feel like that's an issue in and of itself. Now, not to say that children don't have more access to things. I acknowledge that. But again, I love freaking Lil' Kim when I was younger. Slob on my knob. Loved the song. But I knew I better not come around my parents singing it. I knew, I better not think I was grown enough to even, it was different. And so that was another one of my questions. Like, the people that are making these complaints, is this not the same generation that was raised on songs like that? That was raised on Lil' Kim, Foxy Brown, Trina, like women who were very vocal about sex. And I just feel like it's time for us to acknowledge the fact that the misogynistic ways of viewing things are, they're on the way to be out the door. Like, women are more empowered. Like, we feel more comfortable being more outspoken about certain things. Men have been talking like this for years. And some may argue like that's supposed to be it's very sexist, I think, to limit one gender to being able to be vocal about things that they enjoy, and then the other, it's an issue. I get the fact that, me as a woman, I'm not going to be on social media talking about certain things, but I do have an appreciation for for women that do. I think those are badass women. Like women that are so comfortable with, where they are and in their beliefs that they are vocal about that. I just choose not to be, and that's okay too. But, I think as women, sometimes, I think that every woman has a role in society, meaning, so for example, I love to uplift women. I love to talk about mental health. I love to talk about the importance of having self-love. I love to talk about the fact that, I was in a long-term relationship that I thought, where I thought I had met my lifetime partner, and it ended, and how I felt, while that was happening. And, now to take a look at where I am today, like, I love stuff like that. I love looking at the bigger picture and giving women and people in general just hope and encouragement, and like encouraging people to see the good in everything that we experience. There are other women who have a political footing in this world, who, they know politics, and they encourage other women and people of color to vote. There are women who, I don't know, who have had other experiences which give them a voice in the world. And so I don't like the fact that we shun women or disregard women when they are more outgoing or when they have a different perspective on things. And I'm probably guilty of it in some other category. I'm trying to think of like a category or a type of, I don't know. I know I'm guilty of it at some point, or I have been at some point. But I have an appreciation for the song. Like, and granted, I don't want my 12-year-old sister listening to it. If I had a daughter, she wouldn't be listening to it. But me as an adult, love the song. I feel like it's the creativity that went into the video, the fact that it's two dope women that have collaborated on a song. Again, I wish they would have got Nicki on it, even Kim. Like Trina, the remix for that could be so high. Like, I just love it. I love it. And I don't take offense to it and, feel as though it doesn't have its place in our world because it's so vulgar and so explicit and expressive. I just don't. And maybe one day I'll look back at this video and be like, girl, you were wilding. Like, that song was a problem and you shouldn't have been listening. Like, maybe one day I'll have that perspective about the video, but I enjoy it. I really enjoy it. So I want to know, what do you all think about the song, 1? And 2, do you agree or disagree with the commentary about it not being an appropriate song across the board in terms of, our kids having access to it, and so therefore it should even be like, it shouldn't be a song that was ever released to the public, I guess you could say. Well, that wraps up my thoughts on that video. I'm going to listen to the song now. But I will talk to you all in another video. If you haven't seen my previous videos, Never Have I Ever with my girlfriends on the beach, take a look at that. And I will talk to y'all later.